Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I've got loads going on. I've got some lathe work, some mill work. I've done a little bit of plasma cutting and even managed to get a little bit of welding in. Before I do that, I'm going to do the draw for the little metric Mercer DTI gauge from last week. Some names come in this week, so I'll have a good ferrage about the bottom of here, mix them up. Right, there's a one. The name I've got is Mervyn Vidito. Doesn't sound like an English name. All you have to do is send me an email with your address and I'll get that posted off to you anywhere in the world, completely free of charge. This week's giveaway is quite a special one. It's actually for a Imperial dial caliper. It's Imperial. I bought this a few years ago. I used it quite a lot and it ended up with a lot of swarf in it and it was sticky. So my friend Bob took it away, cleaned it up, cleaned the case up, give us it back, and it's actually laying in my drawer upstairs for over a year. I've not used it and I'm probably never going to use it because now I'm doing more and more metric and I've got digital verniers that I use all the time. As usual, if you want a chance at winning that, all you have to do is send me an email. That's my email address up there. Your name goes in the bucket. If it's drawn out, you win the prize. I put it off. Your name stays in the bucket until it's drawn out or until I'm not doing this sort of thing anymore. See, the box is lovely and clean. You made an excellent job of it, and that works really nicely. They're a good tool, but they are prone to getting swarf inside them, then they feel horrible and notchy. But it's a real 2-year one, it isn't a copy. Last week I machined some brass on the milling machine. I machined some U's and a couple of V's and 2 short bits of brass solid bar. The guy I did them for, he's got them, he's very happy with them. There's a lot of people commented on the way I did it, saying that it wasn't a very good method. Well, I agree, it wasn't the best method. There were several people saying I could use a slit and saw and a vise, I could use the hacksaw and a file. I don't mind criticism like that. In fact, I welcome it. There's no way I would put my work up for public display if I didn't expect people to say that's not the way to do it. And as far as people defenders go, I can assure you I can defend myself, no problem at all. I mean, I could delete all the negative comments because I say them before they go on and make myself look like a proper hero, but that's not what it's all about, and that certainly isn't what I'm about. So please keep the comments coming in. As long as you don't swear or you're not nasty, your comments will be there for everybody to see. Anyway, I'm going to get a bit more brass and I'm going to do a similar job, but this time I'll use a slit and saw and see what sort of result I get from that. I must admit, the parts in real life did look a lot better than the actual machine finish that the video picked up. This is part of the little hydraulic puller. They use quite a lot in automotive. Made by Sykes Pickerman. I've actually got one of these. What happens is a hydraulic ram goes on that end. There's a smaller ram screwed at that end. You wind it in and it creates hydraulic pressure and pushes things off. So I use for pushing mini flywheels off in the olden days. What somebody's unfortunately done with it is they've had a set of studs and they're there to screw it in. They've been real rough bastards with it. Even I didn't actually do that. There's some nasty marks in it. So the lad that owns this doesn't like the look of it and he wants to know if I can machine that, them nasty marks off there, and then put a new knurl on for him just so it doesn't look quite as bad. I don't think it'll be particularly hard, it shouldn't be a problem. I'll set it up in the 4-door chuck and then we'll go about putting a nice coarse knurl back on there. I've got some aluminium jaw protectors in so I don't damage the threads. All I'm doing is kind of looking at the jaws on the chuck to see they're all stopped in the same place, just as a start to getting things lined up. Right, so it's actually not bad for a first attempt. That would be the ideal place to clock it in, or I don't want to take your sticker off. You obviously want to keep things in some sort of decent condition. So what I'll do, I'll clock it in off the end of here. Right, so if you can see that clock gauge there, we've got probably 80,000 out, so we'll find the high point, which is that one there. Tighten the high jaws and start off. Once again, high one is that one. High one again. And somewhere near now. Just about there, we're going to throw. It's any better than that. I have got a clock gauge with no guts in. Right, we'll settle for that. Just going to give each jaw a conference nip just to make sure we've got them all, because I'm going to put quite a bit of torque through this. Knurling's not cutting metal, it's forming metal, it's actually torture. This is hard. I didn't think it would be, but it certainly has been hardened up. Just a hard skin on the outside. I think that's machining not too bad there. Right, we'll put the knurl on, see if I can get some sort of decent finish on it for him. This knurling tool is not quite big enough to do the job. Ideally you use that clamp to put the lure on, but I'm going to have to use it and put quite a lot of side lure on it. I'll give it a try and see what happens. Put some fed cut and paste on, just to give it a fighting chance. Slow things down. bastard. That's why you use a paintbrush and not your finger. That would have pulled your finger off that. There's quite a bit of wear on this knurling tool. It is old. We'll certainly put the pattern on. Got a power feed on, it is moving, but it's moving very slowly. I said you're not actually, it's not cutting metal, it's forming metal, it's pushing it into shape. Right, so what sort of result we've achieved. A little bit of braking just to wash that off. And that's not bad, you can certainly get a good grip on that. That's the coarsest knurl I've got. I'm quite happy with that. You can certainly get a decent grip on that. I'm just going to break that edge there where it's actually rolled over a little bit. No damage on the threads, and I'm sure you'll agree that it looks much better now. Till the next rough bastard has a go at it. A friend of mine's done some work on an old trailer and he wants to make 2 grease caps for the hub bearings. They're basically those with a flat plate welded on and a flange there. He's given us the sizes, so I'm going to quickly burn the bits out on the plasma table and then TIG weld them together, try and make something sort of half decent. Right, it took a few minutes to do a little draw and cut the bits out, but basically that gets welded into there, and that's a nice back cap goes on there. I've cut that so it's slightly small, so I'm just going to clean that out with the die grinder so that sits in and do the weld on the inside so it won't be seen, and then I'll just do a fusion weld and blend that into the top so it's going to hopefully look quite decent. Right, I've cleaned them out with the die grinder. And a nice fit, so I'm just going to try and run a fusion weld around there. That's to say a weld without any filler metal in it. I've got this little 160 amp DC inverter from Artec to do a review on, so I'm going to weld it with that. 160 amps, running off a 13 amp plug. It's got pros and loads of different features, but I'm just going to weld it on straightforward DC and see what it does. I've got a foot pedal on it, took it to my USB and my organ bottle. That's the torch that comes with the welder, WP17 torch, and this is the sort of the latest thing in gas lenses. He sent us one of them to try. The TIG's run gas lens, so we'll give that a try. It means you can have a lot of stick out with the tungsten and still have a good gas shield, but obviously you've got to use more gas. Right, and for a mechanic that pisses about, that's not a bad weld. No filler wire used, just fused together to try and keep the face nice and flat. Once that's polished up and a little bit of paint on, you'll not know it wasn't the original thing. That's not too bad at all.